going on, everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And I'm just out at the moment getting some steps in. I typically like to get around, I'd say, 10,000 to 8,000 steps a day. Anything more than that, then that's just a bit too much. And I think that's a bit too much time I'm spending out and about, and it's just a bit too much cardio for what I actually do as well, because I already do quite a lot of cardio, I should say, with the functional training. But yeah, I just really like to get out. I don't really like to be inside for too long, and it's really good to get moving as well, just not to be indoors all the time, because then that's how a lot of tight muscles happen, injuries happen as well. And it is probably the best form of recovery, just going on a light stroll, not too vigorous walking, and just really having a nice time outdoors as well. It's good to get fresh air in, get in some sunlight even though it's cloudy, and build that circadian rhythm for yourself as well, so that the body knows when it's a good time to end the day, and you really get a good night's sleep as well. I just went into Waterstones and I was looking for Who Moved My Cheese, the book that I mentioned in the last video. Unfortunately, they didn't have it, but I'm probably gonna get a audiobook on that, so that'll be fine. But I did get another one that's quite similar to that, and it's called A New Earth. So I'll be looking forward to reading that, and I might get the audiobook for that one, because with stuff like those types of books, I like to listen to what someone is saying to me about it, so I can get a better understanding, because since I'm dyslexic, I kind of have trouble with reading and trying to process the information. So I might get the audiobook with that one. So I've heard good things about that one as well, A New Earth, so that should be a good read as well. Today we've got a full body workout to do, something a bit different that I want to try and show. If you have not a lot of time and you can be training for X amount of days, but more than like a couple days, like 3 days a week or 4 days, so, and be hitting like quite a few a number of body parts with obviously the full body workout, but it's something different that I'm doing at the moment to see how it is, and it's been going quite good. I haven't really done full body workouts too much since I've been doing the gym, but I've been really enjoying them so far. So yeah, I'll take you guys along for that as well.
So yes, welcome back to another voiceover. Today we'll be going over a full body workout like I mentioned beforehand. And to start off with, we're doing a dumbbell RDL. I generally prefer dumbbell RDLs as opposed to barbell, because even though you can probably load more weight on the barbell, I just feel you can get a better stretch and a better mind-muscle connection with using dumbbells. Also, I feel you can get a better form as well, and you wouldn't have to use too much. You wouldn't feel your lower back too much if that's a case for when you're doing a hinge movement, as for example a RDL or a deadlift. But what I'm really imagining here is when I start, I have a little soft opening with my knees. You could say a little bend in my knees, and then as I begin the initial movement, I push my butt back, and then I just really have my arms locked out, and I try to really just push my bum back as much as possible with that movement, so I get a good stretch with the hamstrings. Moving on to dumbbell flat press. Here we're just starting off with 30s. I started off with a lighter weight, I believe so, but I just didn't record it. And what I'm trying to do is really focus on my elbows squeezing at the top so I get the best possible contraction. But lately, I've just been really enjoying dumbbells a lot for most movements I'm doing, because the barbell's just not too much use for me at the moment. I'm really trying to focus on a bit more building muscle and really getting a good contraction, like I said, with the muscle. And just really squats and deadlifts I would really do most barbell movements with. The rest I would mostly do just dumbbells, because it just feels a lot better for me at the moment. I supersetted this with a new variation of dips, ring dips. Now, I've never done these before until here, as you're seeing, but I managed to get 8 here. Actually, not a lie, I did them before in a class here at One London, but for a superset, this is actually really hard, because you're really using a lot of stabilizers to try and control yourself and not use too much momentum. But it's a really good superset, really hard. I underestimated the rings for sure. And now going on to a bit of a lower body now. Back to lower body, sorry. We're doing a split squat, kind of a heel elevated, I guess you could say. Having the plate there and my rear foot on a roller. The roller is a lot more difficult. Actually, no, I wouldn't say a lot more difficult. I'd say it's a lot more smoother to use, rather than using a bench to support your back leg, because you can get a bit more range of motion. And as you can see here, I'm a bit struggling for balance. Really trying to, one thing when you're doing this is to really trying to keep that big toe down planted onto the ground, so that you avoid losing your balance and swaying from one side. And as you can see, really working hard trying to maintain my balance as much as possible. And this was a superset as well. I moved on to a seated hamstring curl. Now, this is the best seated hamstring curl in my opinion. See where the pad is right on top of the thighs, so you can get maximum, you can see a lockage into the machine, so you get a really good contraction and really overload the hamstrings. And as you can see, putting in maximum effort with these these facial expressions. So after this set, this is the last set here, my hamstrings were absolutely fucked as I'm getting off this machine. It's just, thank God that's over. Absolutely fucked in the hamstrings. But moving on back onto upper body, I started off with a cable bicep curl. Now what I'm trying to do is get a lot of tension beforehand with the cables, and I have the cables like right inside of my palm, so that I have maximum tension on the biceps as much as possible, and trying not to use too much momentum with curling the cables up towards the peak contraction of the bicep, you could say. Moving on to cable flies, again, trying to, as the same as the dumbbell chest press, I using my elbows to really squeeze the pecs together, and then going on to a superset here, another upper body, using dumbbell press-ups. So really like this movement as I get a bit more of a depth with doing a regular push-up. If you've never done this before, I recommend you trying this as two regular push-ups. Supersetting this with can't really see here, but a kettlebell overhead tricep extension. Really good feel. Like I like this a lot, this superset here. And then going on to a dumbbell row, about 8 each side. I should have chalked my hand. If I had some straps, I think I could have done a lot more, because I don't think I had enough chalk on my hands at the time, and if I had a bit more chalk or straps, I definitely could have done a bit more reps. But what I'm really trying to focus on is that elbow jiving back towards the hip and getting a really good stretch with the lat.
Managed to find some eventually. This was a surprise I had this. I just went into a local Asda, and they had it behind the where you get the cigarettes and where you buy like all the vapes and stuff like that. So I was like, wow, they're really like locking down on this properly, because you only were allowed to buy like a certain amount. It was about 3, and it was this one called Blue Raspberry, the blue one, and I got 2 of the green ones as well. I'll show you the green ones here. So, and yeah, they sold quite a lot. The woman was telling me they had about at least 10 trolleys, but they had already sold like 6, and like each trolley was like piled high with at least like 8 to 9 pallets of just the prime. So I was like, wow. But I mean, if you're trying to taste it, or just go Asda, and she was saying to me, oh yeah, people get here like 6 in the morning to get it, like 6 in the morning just to try it. It's like, whoa, people are that dedicated to try some. But yeah, but let's give it a taste test. I've already cracked the seal, so I haven't tried any yet. I'll try this one hand. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Let's go. That's pretty. Yeah, that's good. I'd probably give that a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I quite like blue, like cool blue Gatorade and the Powerade. It's got a better taste to it than I would say Gatorade and Powerade for sure. But it's definitely not worth like these crazy expensive I'd be seeing at some stores and like some corner shops, and people buying them online and selling them on eBay like £50 for one bottle, or like £25 for one bottle. But yeah, this is just worth honestly just £2. So yeah, it's not definitely not worth breaking the bank just to try it. Cooking up some beef mince rice shock, I know, and some broccoli or shock, I know, right? It's such a big meal, like frying. But like I said, it's kind of the same way I just eat every single day. But beforehand, I've been starting to add in a bit more calcium and a bit more dairy in my diet. So I just have about 250 grams of non-fat Greek yogurt. And what I really look for is, so if I spin around, and if you look carefully, you see like the protein content is very high compared to the fat. Now that's one thing that I want to stress a lot about, especially picking up Greek yogurt, is try not to get the sugar infused ones. Just try to get the plain ones with no added sugar, and also look at the fat content and compared to the protein, because then it's a lot more it may be a bit more expensive, yes, but for nutrition wise it's a lot better for you, and you'll feel a lot fuller with eating a larger quantity of Greek yogurt, and you get more protein out of it. And you can add that with some raspberries, different mixed fruits, blueberries, and some honey as well to taste. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second. What it looks like is about 200 grams of Greek yogurt, basically a handful of raspberries, and just a drizzle of honey. I don't go crazy with the honey, obviously, because I just do it for a slight taste, and yeah, I just don't really need too much extra sweetener with it, just like a little bit for taste, that's all. So it should be good. So I'm gonna wind the video up here. I apologize for it being a bit later than usual, my consistency of uploading, but I've just been working on quite a few things behind the scene recently, and I've just been trying to manage my time as much as possible. But some really exciting things to come, and I can't wait to show you guys what the outcome is with that. Comment down below tripod if you watched the whole video. And yes, I finally got a tripod. Now I'm really excited to use this because I'll be getting a lot better quality of how I showcase videos now, instead of having to prop my phone up using a water bottle. So, and then with this, I'm be trying to do a bit more of correctional and informative videos about different exercises, form technique, warm-ups and cool downs for different days, such as leg day or doing training back or functional fitness. So stay tuned for that in the next coming weeks. And that being said, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, comment down below, and also follow me at davidwlifts, and I'll see you in the next one.